Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. Happy Easter, it's Sunday morning. Um, I shot this video last night and I don't know, something happened to it. I couldn't upload it to YouTube, so I'm having to reshoot this. So this will probably be better anyways than the first draft, since I've had some time to think about stuff and what I want to highlight. So this is the complete Marvel solicitation for July 2019. So I'm going to kind of jump through it, skip through a lot of stuff, but kind of highlight what I'm looking at that looks pretty interesting to pick up. I'll try to keep this as short as I can. There's a lot to go through, so let's jump on into it here. So the first is a reboot, sort of a reboot of X-Men, Powers of X #1. It's a 6-issue miniseries. They're bringing in Jonathan Hickman as the writer. The X-Men books have not been the greatest. They certainly could be a lot better than they've been. And I think Marvel's hoping that Hickman can kind of revitalize the X-Men titles. We'll see. I like some of Hickman's stuff. I think he is good most of the time. And we'll see how he handles this. So that might be something worthy of picking up. Powers of X, 1 through 6. History of Marvel Universe. I'm not really big on anthologies and reprinting or retelling of old stories. I don't know if they're changing anything here, but it sounds like it's just sort of an anthology book. I'm also not a big fan of Mark Waid, so that's something I will do a hard pass on. So I'll skip through some of the stuff. No, there's still a lot of War of the Realms spin-offs from the main series. They're rebooting Valkyrie. I just think this is ridiculous. So they're bringing in Jane Foster and making her a Valkyrie. The only problem is the Valkyries are supposed to be Asgardians. She's not an Asgardian. So I think this book will absolutely bomb, even though it's being co-written by Jason Aaron and Al Ewing. You got two great writers, so I could be wrong about this. I mean, you do have two fantastic writers jumping into this book. The whole premise of it, though, is just weird to me. Why she, first of all, a lot of people did not like her as the God of Thunder. Maybe for a couple issues, but they ran with that too long, and I think a lot of people, obviously due to sales, people dropped off buying Thor. So they brought back the original Thor, Odinson, and with Aaron writing it, it's definitely good again. I don't know. I'm a little skeptical of this. I just think it's stupid to have her being a Valkyrie when she's not an Asgardian. So that's my 2 cents on that. Another tie-in, Punisher Kill Crew. I'll do a pass on that. Nice In-Hook Lee cover here. Tony Stark, I think that's number 14. Premise of the story: he's got a high-tech solution for sobriety, question mark. I don't know, a villain of an all-new spy master, so there'll be maybe a new character in that issue. It's a nice In-Hook Lee cover. That might be worth picking it up just for that. I had really been enjoying Alexander Lozano's cover artwork. I think he did a great job. I don't know if he's off that title permanently now, or sometimes artists will jump off a title for a month or two and then jump back on. So I'm not too sure, but Lozano did a great job, I think, previously. And you got Invisible Woman #1, nice Adam Hughes cover. He knows how to draw a woman's face, no doubt about it. This is a Stephanie Hans variant of that same issue. And I don't know what happened to her leg right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like, okay, this looks a little weird. And then it's like her knee and her calf are the same size as her waist. So I get it. I understand perspective. It just doesn't look good. So normally I like Stephanie Hahn's artwork, but I don't think this one looks very good. Adam Hughes did a great job. So that might be worth picking up just for the Adam Hughes cover. Definitely not the writing. Mark Waid, I don't like his writing. He's usually mediocre or worse. So that would be more of a cover buy for me. Avengers 21. Aaron's been doing a pretty good job on Avengers, so definitely might be worth picking up. Seeing where this goes. They're trying to develop a little bit more detail and story around Ghost Rider. So that might be worth taking a look at. Death's Head. I looked into this. This is a character, I guess, that came out in the UK under the Transformers brand. I don't know. I think this is going to do horrible. Did anybody care about this character in the UK, let alone in the US? That someone's going to care about this? Marvel. Oh, Marvel. It's only a 4-issue miniseries. I don't know. I think that's going to bomb. I don't think that's going to do well. And then you've got like some Japanese art work here. Is it Arrow #1? There will be an art germ variant, so that could be worth taking a look at. Don't know really what they're doing here. I guess it says Breakout Stars of War of the Realms. Okay, so it's another spinoff from the War of the Realms series. Then you got Swordmaster. Looks like another spinoff. I don't know. Those are all hard passes for me. You've got Giant Size X-Men #1 Facsimile Edition coming out. That might be worth getting. Also, New Mutants 98 Facsimile. X-Men #1 Facsimile. That's definitely something I will be getting. Be kind of cool to have that. And X-Men 137. The Dark Phoenix Saga. True Believers, Carnage Mind Bomb. Usually they have True Believers at the top, so I gotta believe that they don't have the image on this yet. That looks like the original cover. That was a book that I don't ever remember coming out in the 90s. I mean, I did collect some comic books in the 90s. I don't ever remember this title coming out. And I've talked to a lot of shop owners where I live, several of them, and none of them, and they were in the business back then, and none of them even remember this title. So the print run on this was very, very small. When I have 4 copies of this book. I bought a 9/8 for around $100, and the other 3 copies are 9/6s or 9/8s, just in raw condition. And I bought those for like $20 a piece. It's amazing, and that was only like a year and a half ago. And now that book, the raw copies, I think $80 to $100 pretty easily. And it should be more based on scarcity. I mean, just try to find this. Go into any comic shop and see if they have this book. I guarantee you won't find it. Pretty much the only way to find this book is on eBay. And I think this book is still undervalued. I think when the Carnage series comes out, when Donny Cates really gets into depth with that character, I think this is going to blow up. And the reason it started to blow up last year was Cates had mentioned it, that as a child, this was one of the books that influenced him into getting into comic books. It terrified him. I mean, it is a pretty creepy story if you read it. It's, not everybody, I don't think, likes the artwork, but what's interesting is the artist, Kyle Holtz, he hadn't done anything for a long time. And then all of a sudden, a year ago, Cates mentions the book and, indicates he's bringing Carnage back. And all of a sudden, Kyle Holtz is getting all this work from Marvel and also some independents. So Cates is definitely responsible for sort of revitalizing Kyle Holtz's career. It's interesting. And then you got a lot of True Believers on Carnage. Several titles coming out in July. So yeah, Marvel's building up to the event, bringing Carnage back, which I think is going to be September, if I'm not mistaken. All right, Immortal Hulk #20. They got Harpy. That's Harpy on the cover there. Nice cover. That should be an interesting... I mean, Al Ewing's done a great job. And this series is definitely probably the hottest Marvel series by far is Immortal Hulk. Maybe Venom is I think Venom's a distant second. The print run on Immortal Hulk when it started was nothing. It was tiny. And I guarantee you by now it's got to be running well over 50,000 a month, just because the demand for the book is so good now. And they're reprinting, what are they up to, like a 4th or 5th reprinting of issue number 1 or 2? It's crazy. Number 21, nice cover again by Alex Ross. Man, I hope he continues to do these covers, because I definitely think that's helping sell the book. Besides the writing, I think having really great cover work by Ross is helping it. If Ross ever comes off doing these covers, I definitely think you'll see a drop-off in sales. All right, so let's skip through here. Fantastic Four, Prodigal Son, number 1. They are bringing in a new character named Prodigal. So I don't think they have his image yet. I don't, on neither of the covers there, so we'll have to see what it's all about. Wolverine and Captain America, Weapon Plus, number 1. I'm interested in this because Ethan Sachs is the writer. He did Old Man Hawkeye, which was a series that I really, really enjoyed. I like his writing style. And then, of course, you've got a nice scan cover. So 2 reasons, I think, to pick this book up. And I think it is a series, and they're going to go into more of the history between Captain America and Wolverine and the Super Soldier program. So that could be really good. I think that's worth picking up. Captain America number 12, another nice cover by Alex Ross. Don't really care for the writing, though, of Ta-Nehisi Coates. I wish they would change the writer on that title. All right. Now they're bringing back some of these warped characters, and looks like with annuals, Secret Warps, and Weapon Hex. I don't know. Feels that's a pass for me. Let's skip down here a little bit. Thor number 15. Aaron is still, he's a great writer. He's doing a good job on Thor. I just wish they would change the artist. Mike Del Mundo, I like some of his stuff, but I don't know. It's not, for me, it doesn't really fit in with Thor. I wish they'd just put Esad Ribic on it and have him do cover artwork and interior artwork, but I don't think Esad wants to work that hard. He only does covers anymore. He's doing covers for Conan and Fantastic Four. That's probably making him enough money. He probably doesn't want to bother with doing interior artwork, but that's the only thing. I wish Thor had a little bit different artist style to it. Wolverine versus Blade, special number 1. This could be interesting. 2 guys that really can't be killed and basically heal from any injury. So that could be an interesting fight. Savage Avengers. So we're up to number 3 here. Nice Conan cover with obviously the venomized sword. So, that's interesting. Nice Finch cover. Finch does a great job drawing rocks, as I've said in my last video. But it's pretty cool how the sword here is being venomized. So, does something happen to Venom? Does Conan carve off a piece of Venom and attach it to his sword? I don't know. These are questions I want the answers to. That's a pretty cool B cover as well, with Venom. Bianchi, I think that is. Marvel Tales, Captain America number 1, Jen Bartel. These covers are okay. I mean, the color work is good. I know the Virgin variants, which are like a 1 in, I don't know if they're 1 in 100 or 1 in 50. I can't remember the ratio, but those books have been blowing up. I think the Scarlet Witch one and what was the other one? I can't remember. I know the Scarlet Witch one blew up where all of a sudden, it was an $85 book on Midtown, and supposedly selling around $150 now. So I don't know. I mean, is that formula going to continue to work where all you got to do is buy a Virgin Jim Bartell variant and it almost doubles in price? I don't know. I mean, I definitely don't like this Hulk one. I don't know. Just not my favorite. So I'll pass on those. All right, let's move on down the list. Skipping over some things. Spider-Man Life Story number 5. I picked up the first 2 issues. I haven't read them yet, but they look interesting. I like Chip Zdarsky. I think he does a pretty good job with Spider-Man. And you got a pretty cool B cover here by Sorrentino. Very nice. I like that B cover. So I think that might be worth getting. Amazing Spider-Man, I've been passing on that. I don't really care for Nick Spencer's writing. It's just very mediocre. The artwork is mediocre to worse. I mean, look at those covers. They're just... Really? That's your cover? I mean, I don't know. Just, I don't care for it. That's a hard pass for me. That's sad, isn't it? Amazing Spider-Man 26, pass. Venom, number 16 we're up to. Cates and Stegman, great team up. I only have been picking up the A covers, not really been interested in any of the B covers. Yeah, I mean, I think Donna Cates is doing a pretty decent job. Moving down the list, skipping over some things. Nice Crane cover. Spider-Man City at War. Was that number 5, I think? Yep, number 5. Thanos number 4. Nice DeCall cover. Thanos in agony. Something must have happened. We'll have to find out. But that series looks like it will be good. I've been buying pretty much any Thanos series. I've been buying all of them, so this is just a 6-issue run. I think it might be worth picking up. Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know if I collected the first few issues of that, but I don't know if I'll continue with it or not. Silver Surfer Black. Cates is writing this, but I don't really care for the artwork. Trad Moore. I mean, I can see why people may maybe be into that style. It's sort of a psychedelic style to it. I mean, the background's cool, right? Is that photoshopped? Is a Photoshop planet of Saturn? I don't know. It's that might be worth picking up. It's a 5-issue run. Cates does a good job, so that might be worthy of a pickup. I just wish the artwork was better. Okay, moving down the list here. Daredevil. I think they changed the writing. Wasn't I don't know if Chip Zdarsky was doing the writing on Daredevil. I know Tedesco was doing the artwork on the first several issues. That might be worth looking at. Now, this one I wanted to comment on. This is Fantastic Four number 12. Esad Ribic. I mean, this just looks... I gotta say, it looks horrible. I mean, it looks weird. I mean, Hulk has this receding hairline. His head is huge. I mean, his head's... I don't know, 20% of the size of his body. I mean, it just looks... I don't know, the perspective looks weird to me. Thing looks too small. Like, look how small his body is. I don't know. This is just... And he's all twisted. I don't know. This is very weird. I don't know if Esad Ribic was trying to just be... I don't know. He was altering the image. I don't know. It's very strange to me. I don't know. Strange in that it's beautiful. I don't know. I don't know. I think my first impression is I don't really like it. But normally I like Esad Ribic's artwork. But once in a while he does something that's just like, yeah, I could tell I don't know what he was thinking. But this one is just weird. I don't know. I've kind of stopped with Fantastic Four around issue 5 or 6. I think I really didn't continue with it anyways. So, yeah, let's move down the list here. A lot of stuff worth skipping over. This definitely is a pickup for me. Cosmic Ghost Rider Destroys Marvel History #5. That is a beautiful Zafino cover. I love Zafino covers anyways. I'm very partial to his artwork. And I definitely think this is one of his better ones. That is just badass. Lightning coming off the hammer, hitting the shield. I mean, that's sweet. I love it. That is a definite pickup for me. We'll skip over some of this stuff. Moon Girl, no one cares about Moon Girl. Yeah. Runaways, Wasp, no one's buying that stuff. Marvel Rising, no one's buying it. Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, it's amazing. They've actually made 46 issues of this title. I don't know who's buying it. Everyone I talk to and everyone I'm around doesn't buy it, but somebody must be buying it out there. Dead Man Logan, Would You Die Already? God, issue number 9. I don't know. I picked up a couple issues only because of cover buys. I picked up number 4 with that Zafino cover. But, you know, Marvel's is dragging this out too long. If you know you're going to kill them off, you should have just done it in one issue. Did it at the end of Old Man Logan run, and that was it. I don't know why they had to do a whole new thing for that. Uncanny X-Men 21 and 22. I do like this Portasio cover. Whilce Portasio. Very nice. I like that Juggernaut in the middle. It's a pretty cool cover. Deadpool's been pretty good. Scotty Young's doing a good writing job on that. All right, we're almost near the end. Page 2, there's only a few things to mention. Conan is that number 8? Yep. Esad Ribic, very nice cover. That's a definite pickup for me, and I've been enjoying Conan. I think the writing on it's been very, very good. Aaron is in his element. And you've got also interior artwork by Zafino. So that's another big reason for me to buy it. I would buy it just for the Zafino artwork alone. But you get an Esad Ribic cover and interior artwork by Zafino. And writing by Jason Aaron. Yeah, I can't recommend this title more enough than that. It's just the fact that you've got great artwork, great writing, great cover work. I mean, it hits on all accounts. Age of Conan Belit. I mean, those are nice Takata covers. I do like the covers, but I didn't care for the interior artwork. I picked up the first issue just to try it. It was okay. It didn't catch me, so I only bought the first issue. I've not been continuing it. But, you know, maybe it's good. I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comments if that was worth continuing with or not. What's the Savage Sword of Conan? You've got regular cover by Zurcher. It's kind of cool. I like that cover. And then the B cover by Philip Tan. Interesting. I like the first 2 issues of Savage Conan. I thought it was good. I don't think it's as good as the regular Conan series by Aaron, but and I don't think, is Aaron writing that? No. Jim Zub. Yep. Star Wars, haven't really been into Star Wars. I did collect the Darth Vader Visions. I've been collecting the Vision series. I do like that. Oh, there's Holdo. Every time I hear that name, I think of Game of Thrones with Hold the Door, Holdo. I don't know, the purple-haired freak that a lot of Star Wars fans can't stand, and I agree. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the controversy, but the guy that does the voice of Admiral Akbar at one of the Star Wars events basically said, yeah, it should have been Admiral Akbar that saved the fleet, not this purple-haired SJW freak that showed up at the last minute who has no history in the Star Wars universe. Yeah, that was a major fail by the production team of Star Wars. I think that was stupid. Admiral Akbar should have, you killed him off in the lamest way. What they should have done is killed off Leia. She was, I mean, that would have been perfect. Leia got killed. Akbar wasn't on that ship. He was on another ship. And then Akbar saves the fleet by smashing into the main destroyer. That would have been perfect. I'm sure I'm not alone in those thoughts. All right. I think that might be it. Got another Star Wars title with Vader. Vader sells. Everything else doesn't do as well. I do like this cover by this Edwards guy, Tommy Lee Edwards. It's kind of like a Dave Dorman. I mean, really cool work of color. I mean, that definitely looks like Dave Dorman right there. That's Tommy Lee Edwards. Very cool. I do like that cover work. But I'm not really into Star Wars too much these days, so I'll probably not buy it. That was it. The rest of it's all trade paperbacks and reprints. So let me know what you guys think. I know that's a lot of information, 26-minute video. Thanks for sticking with me if you have the whole time. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell for notifications. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If there was something on the solicitations that I should have highlighted that I didn't, please let me know in the comments. Give me your opinion. And I will do, the next video will probably be the the July solicitations for DC. I think that will be out pretty soon. Usually Marvel comes out maybe a little bit before DC, so that should be out pretty soon, and I'll have that video out as well. And of course, my video on Wednesday. All right, guys, have a great Easter Sunday, and I'll talk to you soon.